Get a
No.
decent. Oh no, that's not decent. No, that's not either. Oh yeah, that's great. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go. As it was a pretty long haul for the top drivers, but here we go. So yeah, there we go. Great start by Leah, as probably timing screen will be messing up soon. No contact, please.
End plate's going flying.
Yeah, end plate's going flying, definitely. Leah lost some position, I believe. It's difficult to say, obviously, on the beginning of the laps. Hopefully everyone can stay in the race, as a few drivers did pick up some end plate damage.
Looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, like I said, Jiddo is obviously faster on the softs, as he's already got a 1.5 or 1.4 second lead of Barlow. He's also on the mediums. So it'll be interesting to see. He picked up 2 positions. Barlow picked up 2 positions as well. Lewis with 4.
Got some contact at the back, causing some cars to go wide. Neelix losing out on more positions here, dropping back down the field. Some very big gainers off the first lap of this race so far.
Definitely, yeah.
Quite a few cars missing some end plates as well.
We'll see how it goes into the pits, as Chido has already got a 2.3 second lead. Have we got some people into the pits? Well, I could see, yeah, only the Neelix goes into the pits. So yeah, I kind of picked up 6 positions, as did Rockamat and Craig. Rockamat who got the qualifying ban, already up to P11 now.
It looks as though Leah's not having a great time after starting P2, currently back in P12, losing 10 positions off that start and opening lap.
As my timing screens are
oh no,
really
that is
now,
the timing
so
screen's messing up, yeah.
Yeah, timing screen's messing up, definitely.
That is really confusing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So Jitto is still leading the race at this moment until the timing sort themselves out. SLR Barlow in second, Cheesy Train in third. And I must say, Jitto has opened up a huge gap.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I believe that's more than 2.3 seconds, but we'll see. As Lewis goes down the inside of Original, who doesn't put up much of a fight, he gets a greater accident. Lewis does, and he picks up DRS now. So he picks up the position back. Is Lewis gonna fight it? He is. Down the inside of turn 1, and he managed to pick up that position. So yeah, Judo already 5.3 second lead. Set 2.3 second on the last lap. It's 5.4 now.
And it's still expanding outwards. It's crazy. A lot of close battling going on throughout the field.
Yeah, Cheesy Train got a red ball for me, so we'll keep an eye out on him. Have we got any close battles? Yeah, it's at P12 or P11 to P16 is really close together. And Ichelm goes down the inside of Nicky, who fights it. Bit of contact. Oh, and Ichelm lost it. He managed to keep that position. Goes out wide. We have a yellow flag.
Ooh.
That's Rockamat. Oh yeah, that's Rockamat. He has spun. I don't know whether it's contact or all by himself, but keep an eye out on him. Maybe he goes into the pits. As Nicky has also lost the position to Ichelm and Bennett now, so he lost a lot of time after he got overtaken by Original.
Oh, there's contact into T1. Connor goes up the inside of Leah, and the door got closed, almost causing Connor to spin. There.
Look at that lead that Cheeto already got. Almost 7 seconds. Not even finished lap 4.
Yeah, Gito's almost 7 seconds in front off the start. It's going to be helping him when he gets into the pits eventually. Come off them soft tyres. From experience of driving Bahrain, soft tyres do not last very long around this track.
No, definitely not. Well, I mean, obviously he helps that Barlow needs to defend from Cheese Train needs to defend from Barlow, and Barlow needs from Leah, so Cheeto's out on himself. He's got a 20% ERS. Barlow has actually got a lot of ERS still, so he hasn't used much of it.
Original pulling into the pits now. Guess we got some wing damage.
As Leah goes almost down the inside, it's a half move, so Barlow keeps that position, and now Connor is trying to capitalize on that, as he just, I believe he got pushed out wide by Leah and now lost the position to Lewis. So as he tried to get a position, he eventually lost the position, so he won't be happy with that. As Marley and Second Beast are fighting for P11.
Yeah, they've been side by side throughout the whole time, and he's managed to come out on top. He's managed to get the position off Zacky's Beast. Just goes to show you how much those soft tyres lose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, still Cheeto is expanding his time on the P2. So we have another yellow flag. That's original. Who did it? Sebastian Vettel. Into turn 4. So yeah, the closest. That's P13 for Crack. Closest battle on track. So I mean, it's calmed down a bit. The first few laps were really interesting. Still Jitto's. Jitto's almost Jitto just is at T1 while the other people are needing to are trying to open up the DRS. So the lead that he's got already is so big.
I wonder if this lead will make Jitto want to do just a one stop, go straight onto the hards, and go from there.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier at the Renault team chat, and he believed the soft hard run, you are able to do that as long as you just manage to keep the tires in a healthy state. Oof, as Beast and Marley are fighting again for P11. This time Zach coming out on top as Lewis just picked up a position on Leah.
Yeah, Leah lost his back end.
It's an easy thing to do on this game.
It is very easy to lose your back end on this game.
Even with the medium traction. It's an easy thing to do. You can't slam on the throttle straight away out of a corner. As Marley has just spun, I believe. At least he lost a few positions to both Alfa Romeos, so obviously fighting with Zach for a lot of time in this race until now. He has just lost a lot of time, and the gap to P2 and P1 with Jitto has just come down a bit. At 8, stayed at 8 seconds.
Connor making a move on Leo up the inside into T1. Sorry to interrupt you there. I'm going to hold it side by side against T2, but Connor has to back out due to losing his back end. This is causing a 4-way battle for P3.
So I believe Barlow hasn't got DRS of Cheesy Train. He does not. Lewis does have DRS on Barlow. Puts in an overtake for a little bit, but not too much of the straight. Trying to line it up for long straight. So yeah, Chiodo's interval time to P2 is staying at 8 seconds now, so it's still good for him. He needs to manage that and try to hit at the right time. Probably hoping for a safety car now, but it doesn't seem like it's coming very, very soon, as a lot of drivers, or the other drivers, really clean in this division, so that's lovely to see, as Barlow is now massively under pressure of Lewis, who's trying to go down the inside. He goes around the outside of T1. Is that the way to do it for Lewis? It is actually, as he picks up P4, as Lee is really lagging on my screen, so keep an eye out on that.
Zach is beast and Ben's pitting.
Yep, both going on to the hards. So yeah, the battle for P2, maybe. Oh, Leah down the inside of Barlow. Barlow just made a mistake at turn. Picked up easy position into P4. Is now going after Lewis, who just picked up a position on Barlow as well. So Barlow is really struggling on those medium tires. As the gap between Chido and Cheesy Train is now coming down to 7.5 seconds. So this might as well be a good lap for Chido to pit.
I was thinking the same thing. That gap has been slowly coming down the past 2 laps or so. So JT must be thinking about pitting soon for them hard tyres, or to go onto another set of softs. So whatever his strategy is, he's got to be thinking about it soon, which he does as he pulls into the pits.
He does actually, yeah. So there's our first pit stop of the leader, as Cheesy Train picks up P1, followed by Lewis, and then Leah, Barlow, and Connor. As Barlow just got overtaken by Connor, so that's Connor to P4. Easy does it for him.
Just stay on board with JT to see where he comes out the pits.
Just in front of his teammate.
Yeah, on the fresh hards, he's going to come out just in front of his teammate.
As Nicky is down the inside of Panther. It's a P8, so he lost a few positions on the start. He's trying to win them back now. Still 3 positions down in the starting grid, but we'll see. As Lewis picked up 9 positions from the start. So yeah, interesting story, Lewis. He could have gone easily into Q3. He was 1.1 seconds up in his time into Q2, but he decided to go into the pits, and it looks like that was the right call, as this race pace looks really fun, really good. So we'll have to keep an eye out on him.
Oh, is that Leah?
Is that Ball? Is that Leah? He got
Leah
overtaken by
seems to
2
have
people
lost
now.
it at the top of the hill.
As I've got the engine glitch by Leah, so it's really hard to listen to that. As Bennett is it's down the inside of Academy, broke really early, giving up the position. So yeah, still on. Yeah, Academy's easily gonna get that position back of Bennett.
So Nicky's going to get the position as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Panther's
Bennett just
go
got
for it as
no ERS. He's trying to capitalize on that. Difficult run. Oh, and yeah, he gets that as well. Pushed onto the curb. He's. Ooh, wow. That's. I mean, that's side to side. It's Bennett. Oh, Bennett just hit Nicky, I believe. Yeah, Bennett definitely hit Nicky. He's still fighting for position. Oh, that's close. Yeah, that's close.
And it's going around the outside
He's
now.
still on overtake.
He's really trying to.
He was still on overtake right there. So we have another yellow flag. It's for Neelix. So yeah, Cheesy Train now leading the pack with a 1.2 second over Lewis. Closely followed by Connor, 2.5 seconds, and after him it's 2 cars for P3. So yeah, still on lap 10. The interval is really close to each other. As Nicky's desperately trying to get in that DRS range of Ike. But yeah, if you look at Bennett, just got no ERS, 50%. Just not enough to probably defend what Panther, who got 25, puts it into overtake. Bennett doesn't put it into overtake, and that's an easy pass for Panther, as Bennett just moves over to give him a little scare. That's an easy move. Should be, oh, that touch. Bennett is really getting the hours out, but Panther, that was an easy move for him. Too little too late with the overtake.
This is all allowing Jito to slowly catch his way back up to the pack. Claw his way into that DRS activation point. So once Jito gets that DRS, it's going to be Cheesy Train and Lewis are all going to have to push as hard as they can to open up a gap.
Yeah, it's right on the end, on the back of Bennett. So, on fresh hearts against those medium tires. Should be an easy move. But on the other hand, it's really difficult to overtake someone who's in a DRS train, obviously. So as long as Bennett just tried to stay with Panther. Wow. Yeah, I can easily see that. Yeah, but it's a weird thing, because you can easily see that Bennett is trying to defend from Jito on this straight, but it's an easy move for Jito on the next straight with the DRS, as Bennett goes into the pits as well, so he wasn't feeding those tires, as does Barlow and Lewis. They'll go on the hards as well. So yeah, Jito is in a net P1 once everyone has pitted, but we'll see how that comes out on top when Cheesy Train pits as well for fresh hearts. So yeah, the closest battle is for P4 still, with Nicky chasing after Ike.
Got Marley going into the pits onto fresh softs by the looks of it.
Wow.
He's coming out on a fresh set of softs.
Yeah. As Rockman actually retired. Yeah, Rockman retired. He spun on the Vettel, and we have a virtual safety car, so yeah, he spun on the Vettel corner. Yeah, Vettel did that 2 years ago, I believe. So that's his race over.
Unfortunately for Rockman.
So we'll see if Cheesy Train goes into the pits. I believe the medium hard strategy is 13 laps on the medium and then 16 on the hards. Could stretch that or could go to the pits a bit early, but obviously he goes into the pits when the virtual safety car is still there.
This is going to give him loads of extra bits of seconds.
Free stop. Yeah. As Connor and Leah, as the virtual safety car ended, and Lewis picked up a drive-through. So that won't help his chances at a race win. So Jito into P1 now. I didn't pit. Oh, P2 now. Yeah, I didn't pit, so he's in P2. We'll see how it says to the leader. So
look at that. It's very good there for Cheesy Train coming back out in P3.
Yeah. So Cheesy Train is about 11 seconds behind Jito, who's the guy who lead it, or is actually leading the race when Ike is pitting. So yeah, normally Cheesy Train got 16 laps to manage a gap of 10 seconds. It says Jito's got 3 laps all hards. Is that true? Is that more?
That is true. He does have 3 lap old hards. This is his 4th lap on them.
I mean, as he goes down the inside of Ike, as he cuts the inside, Ike is kind of fighting it, but he thinks better of it. I mean, this isn't the fight of Ike. He just needs to put in some good lap times and then just pit.
Do have a few groups of DRS trains forming.
Yeah.
Got from P5 back to P8. No little DRS train there. And P9 back to P13.
This corner that goes down the inside of Hicklin, who fights it for now.
Callum Pitts.
Okay, yeah.
Puts all the leaders back into correct position now. Currently it's Jitto, Cheesy Train, and then Lewis.
Yeah, and Connor went down the inside of Hicklin, and so did Barlow, so Hicklin lost 2 positions. Leah is trying to capitalize on him as well. A lot of ERS for Leah. Is he going to send it? No. And Connor, actually Barlow over to Connor as well. So Barlow picked up P5, I believe, in turn 1, and then picked up P4 in turn 4 actually. So that's a really good run for Barlow. He managed to pick up the pace after he pitted for those hards.
Leah just made a move on Hicklin as well. Hicklin dropping another position there.
Yeah.
It looks as though Jitto gained more time, because it was only 7.5 seconds between him and Cheesy Train when he pitted, and now it's 8.9. But Jitto did gain
the
some
other
more
end,
time.
when Cheesy pitted, I believe the gap was like 10.5 seconds. So I mean, when he pitted, he won about a second, but Cheesy Train managed to pick up a few seconds on him over the last 2 laps. So oh, yes, IKLM is in the wall. Yeah, IKLM in the wall. I just managed to pick that up.
Clipping the inside curb.
Yeah, clipping the inside curb. Hasn't lost his. Yeah, he's lost his wing and play. So Lewis picked up. Oh, and IKLM got disqualified. Wow. Wow, that's harsh. I wanted to talk about Lewis getting. He always obviously picked up that speeding under the virtual safety car drive-through, and he then picked up 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. So
IKLM gets disqualified for turning his car back around.
Yeah. I mean, wow, that's embarrassing for him. Drove a really good race until now. Wasn't P1 for the time being, then pitted, and then just lost the car. I mean, that's F1, I guess. Just one mistake, and your race is over.
And Marley moving up into P9 after starting towards the back of the grid. I'd love to know what kind of strategy he's working out from them soft tyres.
Yeah, he's probably hoping for a safety car right now. So yeah, Connor is in a really good position for a podium. Obviously, we won't look at the penalties until the last, until everyone crosses the line, to keep it a little secret, to keep it a really competitive race. So yeah, Barlow is seeing, or Connor is seeing Barlow right in front of him, isn't going for the move, but Barlow picked up P2, I believe, last week, and he's now in for P3 as well, so there would be a second podium finish for him in 2 laps, as Marley has just picked up P8 from Pampa. So coming back to Connor, yeah, it would be a really good start of the season for him.
Leah could also be within the chance of this position on the podium as well, seeing as it is looking out to be a 3-way battle right now.
I mean, speaking for Connor, he just needs to buy his time. I mean, obviously, he's got a lap fresher tyres than Barlow. That won't make the difference, but knowing that Barlow hasn't got DRS from Cheesy, he was 8.6 seconds in front, and Connor does have DRS, he can just easily save some ERS and just wait a few laps to overtake Barlow. As we see that the interval between Cheesy and Chido has come down to 7 seconds now, so in a few laps, a second and a half, he's been catching Chido for the last few laps, so it could be a really interesting few final laps already on lap 17 of 29, so only 12 laps to go. So yeah, Barlow on 8% ERS, Connor's on 5, and Leah's on 30. So he's buying his time as well. But like you said, Leah's in a really good position. As Marley's down the inside of Nicky as well now. As Nicky fights it, oof, that's close. That's really close.
Hicks in pits, which gives Marley 2 positions there. He's up into P6 now, running on the back of the chasing down the back of the front pack.
That's overshooting his corner, definitely. I mean, on the other hand, Nick just needs to stay calm. Marley has to pit again, definitely. He picks up piece 6. But unless penalties will do something big. That's it. As Connor actually lost position to Leah. We missed that. So Connor up to, Leah up to P4 now, chasing after Barlow. Connor needs just to stay with them.
Leah and Connor are on 1 lap fresher hards than Barlow is.
Yeah.
We'll be looking for a move here on the start finish straight.
So yeah, this is the closest fight for P3. As this should be quite an easy move for Leah. Down the inside of turn 1. Barlow doesn't really fight it, he knows what's coming, so. He has also got DRS for the 2nd straight. So that's
Craig and Bennett going side by side around T1.
Yeah, I saw that I saw that in the background, yeah. Not now. Neelix is in the pit now. So yeah, the gap at the top hasn't really come down. Stayed at 7.5, 7.7 seconds. So, I mean, Shadow isn't there really, but as long as he doesn't pick up penalties, just needs to drive consistent lap times, and he'll be there, I guess. So Barlow got to have the DRS of Connor, or Leah got to have the DRS of Barlow. So Connor tries to go around the outside of Barlow once again. Say touch.
I apologise about that.
Oh, yeah, a yellow flag. No yellow flag. So Barlow stays in front for now. Panther and Nicky are fighting, and Panther goes on to P7. So yeah, the time at the top is really expanding now. Should have picked up a few tenths last lap as well, so this will probably be his race for Williams.
Good old Williams leading from the front. We'll see Marley hoping for a safety car, which would hinder his teammate Jitto, but we'll have to wait and see. Currently on board with Nicky and the Renault, chasing down AG Panther and the Ferrari. And closing down that gap for a few laps now. Could be within a reach of a battle right here. As Connor makes a move, Marley finally pits. Connor gets past Barlow into T1. The two Renaults making
past Panther now.
Yeah, so the two Renaults making moves at the field.
Yeah, so Ball and Panther have been, Paul and Panther, Nicky and Panther, because Panther down the inside of Nicky again into turn 4, so they've been fighting for the last couple of laps as well, so they're losing time to the guys in ahead, so it's only for place 6 now, this fight, but there's a lot of pride on the line, I guess.
Riding on board with Barlow, it could be looking like he could be lining up a move on SLR Connor within the next few laps to try and get that P4 back. The top
Nicky
3
is on the back of Panther again.
So Barlow could be making the move here into P3. He's going to look down the outside. Can he hold it around the outside? Bit of touching and Barlow has to go off the track.
Picked up penalty for that.
Did pick up a penalty for that.
Oh, I love this camera shot. Oh, got it down the inside. Oh.
It's definitely getting a bit risky back there.
Yeah, I've got a great. Turn away now. I've got a great helicopter view from that.
Barlow's going to be doing everything he can to try and pull away from Connor now. The top 3 have definitely got their gaps made up now, so an 8.3 second between Jitter and Cheesy, and then a 9.7 second gap between Cheesy and Leah. Closest battle on track is looking between Barlow and Connor right now for P4. We've also got a few battles behind Hicklin going on with Neelix and Original. Connor going back up the inside of Barlow. Barlow's not using any overtake or anything to try and defend that. He's just going to let Connor go.
Yeah, so one of the Renault has been fighting with the McLaren, the other Renault has been fighting with Panther forever. And it's pretty interesting to see that despite the fact that Lewis got a drive-through penalty, he's still in P8. Just imagine if he didn't pick up the drive-through penalty. He would have been way up there, as Neelix and I believe Original are fighting as well. Original is using his overtake, as is Neelix. He got DRS as well. Original didn't even have DRS. Neelix kind of overshot that corner, so Original is on the front foot here to pick up P12, as he does. He's gonna fight that really hard. No, he's not. So Connor actually got a 1.1 second Barlow now, so he'll be trying to push that gap, stay in front of him.
Barlow was trying to save DRS and actually lost the DRS gap to Connor, which was obviously crucial, keeping them two together. See how that pans out in the next few laps. We've got Owen in the chat asking who's going to be driver of the day. I'll let head commentator think about that first. What do you think?
Yeah, I put on the position as well. Well, it's either, you know, he just controlled the race from lap 1. He's a good shot for that. Obviously, if you look at the positions gained, Marley and P10 with the 2-stop is even on for a point. Picked up A position as well. Panther has been fighting with Nicky all the time, picked up A position, so I guess it's either one of those 3.
Lots of votes in the chat. Zydrad saying Jitto, Sloranga saying Jitto, Doc Zenon saying Jitto. a lot of the boys back in Jitto at the top. He has ran the race from the start. I believe my vote from me myself will go to Jitto. Not only the fellow Williams driver, he's also ran the race from the start, got off to a brilliant start,
Yeah,
and managed to just open up that
great
gap.
start.
It's been some great racing today from the Div 2 boys.
Barlow actually got back in DRS range with Connor again, and Connor's only got 17% of the DRS. Barlow got about 50, a little bit less, so maybe a good trap from
I must say,
Barlow.
Panther's had a great race, as well as Marley, both
Yeah.
starting quite far back on the grid. Panther starting P14, currently driving in P6, and holding that position quite nicely as heading to the final few laps. And Marley starting P18 and has managed to get himself onto the last bit of the points. So two of the lads there getting 8 positions each, having a great race. Honestly, a great drive there to two of the boys.
Yeah, we'll see how penalties turn out as well. That could be a big factor for the race result as well.
Zajad possibly making a different decision on his drive today, saying actually a Panther, people expected Jitto to dominate. Panther has worked his way through the field and got himself up into P6. Obviously we're still waiting on penalties to come in when they cross the line. Ranger's also changed to Panther now as well. We've got SLR Freeman saying Jitto driver of the day, so very mixed in the chat between Panther and Jitto right now.
Well, I mean that's a good argument. Obviously, we expected Jitto to show his pace. He has to live with that. On the other hand, I believe for me, if Panther just keeps his position of Nicky, I'll give it to Panther then. Great recovery by him.
It's very true. If he can do what he's done, having connection issues throughout the whole of qualifying and managing to just get in for the race and then make up 8 positions, he's driven a good race. So like I said, my vote's currently on Jitto for driver of the day after dominating the whole race, but we'll see after the checker flag falls.
Yeah, we're talking about Panther the whole time, and all of a sudden, Lewis has just come back at those two as well. So Lewis might be in for P6 as well. So that would be a really good recovery by him, knowing the fact that he got a drive-through under the safety car. So that easily lost him, well, 10, 12, 15 seconds.
Got a very big mixture of votes in the chat. SLR Freeman saying he expected Jitto to really control, so he's now changing to Panther. Got Merck saying Jitto driver of the day.
Oh, there we go. Well, this is getting feisty now. With Lewis,
It is getting feisty with those 3 drivers. We've got Hamjam saying Jitto. You've still got the job done regardless of what people expect. SLR Liam says Jitto driver of the day.
Lewis just got spun. That's a racing sim.
Oh dear, that's not good.
No, that's
He's managed to.
Definitely not. I mean, those things happen, but you rather not see it. So yeah, we're at the final few laps as Cheeto is going to win this race. Is that my headset who is really messing up now? Hello? Yeah, I restarted the stream, so I don't know, I mean we're in the last lap. We'll go on board with Jiddo as Nicky's still trying to fight. Yeah, I hope we are. Everyone's probably gonna get a ad, so I hope everyone is on time to see Jiddo cross the line.
We've got no interference on the stream anymore, we should be alright.
Well.
So as we were saying...
Oh, Panther almost lost it. Yeah, Panther almost lost it. Yeah, it was weird. All of a sudden, the stream is that.
I'm gonna wait to say driver of the day until after every driver's crossed the line.
I mean, it's probably Panther.
I'm probably gonna go with Panther as well.
Yeah.
He's managed to defend P6 off Nicky for multiple laps now. As Ditto comes into the final corner, 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix for Division 2. He's going to cross the line after controlling the race the whole time.
Yeah, he probably knows it as well as he wanted.
Cheesy Train comes
Next up
for second.
is Cheesy Train.
Leah comes back for third. Is Connor going to hold off Barlow on point? He is.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Next up, Shoopy Panther, closely followed by Nicky. So we'll see how that pans out. Nicky almost, yeah, Nicky jumped
get it.
Yeah.
Then it crosses the line.
Got a 5 second penalty.
Marley
in P10. Yeah.
getting the last
recovery by now. I mean, we'll see how it turns out after the qualification. Interference in Craig. Craig comes up next. Gets jumped by Original and Neelix. So Craig down to 13th. Prevents 14th in the other Alpha. And last but not least, definitely not least, after last week's P1. Bit of a disappointing result for him now. The P15. I mean, he's still having fun, so that's great. So
in the end, for me, I'll say Panther still deserves driver of the day.
Yeah.
He held P6 for a very long time after an amazing recovery drive. Definitely a good race there from Panther.
So if you could try to get in the top 3 and I believe our driver today, is that a normal thing? So yeah, after a long, boring Grand Prix, here's our top 15 driver finish the race. Chido in P1 with no penalties for him. Next up, Cheesy Train, also no penalties for him. Leon 3rd, Connor in 4th, Barlow in 5th, Nicky in 6th, Panther in 7th, Lewis in 8th, Bennett in 9th, Marley in 10th, 11th, Neelix 12th, Greg in 13th, Benz in 14th, Sackesbeast in 15th, and the drivers who did not finish the race are Hicklin, Ikellum, and Rockamat. So yeah, no penalties for Chido and Cheesy Train. Also no penalties for Connor and Nicky. So, and Original, I have to say. So really clean driving by them.
Very good race there from those two lads. Got Leo in the party, we've got Cheesy Train in the party, 2nd and 3rd. Just waiting on Jitter.
Molly actually did a 4-stop. 4 stops. Medium, soft, medium. Wow, yeah.
Oh, it's saying he only did 1.
Oh, for me it said 4. Oh well, I mean 4 is kind of ridiculous. So yeah, is everyone in the? No, not everyone is in the party just yet. I believe we only need Jido.
Yeah, just waiting on Jitter now.
Is he not? Is he joining? Is he not?
Doesn't look like it. Looks as though he's gone offline.
I mean, well, he's probably going to the pub to celebrate that victory. Can we get in Panther then, maybe?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah. Yeah, he joins, so we'll go with those drivers then. If everyone could tick his box. Has everyone done that? I believe so. I mean, I guess we'll start off just with Panther. I mean, great recovery from lap 1. Picked up, I believe, 5, 6 positions or 7 positions after starting. And then got driver of the day, kinda maybe balanced with Chido, but tell us about your race, bro.
I was pretty disappointed with how the qualifying went, to be honest, because I think I could have started maybe top 7 or 8 if I'd have been given a chance in Q3. So I was just happy to kind of make up a few places. I kind of bit cautious the first couple of laps in case of any crashes or anything like that in front of me. So yeah, I had a good battle with Nicky as well the whole race. So yeah, pretty happy to pick up a few points.
Yeah, you got some a few problems with your internet, or at least got disconnected a few times. Did that distract you from getting into Q3?
I was a little, yeah, that's what I got 2 laps done in Q2, and there's probably 4 or 5 people watching movies all around the house, so we went there, had a quick word with them to get off quickly. So yeah, pretty happy just to gain a few places during the race and then get my first points of the season.
Yeah, great done. Well done by you, Scopes, if you go on for P2 and P3.
Yeah, that's fine. So P2, Cheesy Train. You performed really well throughout the whole of qualifying. Always at the top of the leaderboards, getting in on those mediums and managing to start off nicely in I believe it's P1, was it?
Yes,
race?
yeah. I got pulled.
You did manage
Yep.
to get pole. Very nicely done there. Well done.
Thank you.
How did you feel the race went for you?
Well, going into turn one, it seemed a little bit of like lag and stuff, me being an American kind of thing, pushed me off the track. Like, I don't think the collision actually happened, but kind of like a desync thing. So then I lost the P1, but then I decided to keep my head down, get past Barlow, and then it was just smooth sailing for the rest of the race.
Very well done. I did notice you started to gain quite a lot of time on Jitto, and then it suddenly stopped. Did your tyres seem to lose pace a little bit?
Well, I noticed my tires were kind of getting up there, so I decided, and he was like 6, 7 seconds ahead, so I said, I'm just gonna stick with the P2. It's a great finish no matter what. Rather have a P2 than me over push, spin, lose out on a podium. So I decided to take it cautiously after that.
Well, very well done on the pole position in qualifying, and a great race today, matey. Well done.
Thank you.
And on to our third position person, Leah. How did your race go from your perspective? You performed really well throughout the whole of qualifying, starting off P2, especially on the mediums that you managed to get the lap in on Q2. How do you think your race went?
Yeah, I think best I could have asked for, really. I unfortunately dropped out of qualifying after going into the race, like left the lobby, and I didn't actually have control of my car for around turn one, in which that time I was like fourth. But yeah, it was a great battle with Barlow and Connor, and I felt if I could get past them, I could push on and manage to get a gap between those guys and bring it home, really.
Yes, we noticed you had a 4 or 5 car battle at one point for P3, and it was some very close racing at sometimes. Did you ever feel like you weren't confident enough to make a move, or did you ever feel like it could have done damage, or were you totally focused in on the race?
I was confident this is one of my strongest tracks, so I knew I had a fast first sector throughout the whole, on top of everyone by at least a good 2 tenths. Hard to break that DRS train, especially with being the third car. But fortunately, Connor made a bit of a mistake, so I managed to get past him, and then I sort of sent it on Barlow a bit to try and get up there. But yeah, it worked out in the end.
Well, very well done to you in qualifying for getting P2, and great race there to finish off the podium and get the last podium position. Well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, next week, I mean, first time you're gonna drive an online race, or probably an online competitive race at Vietnam. How are y'all feeling about that? Let's start off with Cheesy.
Well, I did a preseason race for another league of mine, and it seems I'm feeling pretty confident. The big thing for me is just keeping the tires cool, just staying safe, not really trying to get into too many battles as it's a tight track, not too many great overtaking spots or places to go side by side. Kind of just gotta pick the right strategy for this race, definitely.
Well, you showed that you got the qualifying pace, so that should be really important. Anyone else want to comment on that?
Just echo what he says, really. It's just one you have to try and keep it clean on and hope for the best.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we'll end the stream at this high. We've got another stream of the 3 in about an hour, so make sure you tune in for that. We'll see you there. Thank you.
Thanks, lads.
Thank you.